Hey, did you know that Two Girls Shooting the Shit is on Instagram and Facebook? We'd love to hear your feedback, episode suggestions, or just chat with you about life. So follow, comment, and share.
Oh my God, I wish I could do that. And I'm like, why wish, boo? Like,
Do. Thank
Yes.
you.
I like that. Why wish, boo?
Do.
Do.
Yes.
Let's write that down.
Done.
and
Trademark.
then it's like, I'm like, be yourself. Why can't you be your true organic self and people just love you for who the fuck you are and what happened to
Girl.
that?
The contents of the following podcast do not constitute medical advice. We are not medical professionals and are only sharing opinions and personal experiences. Please contact your doctor or trusted medical professional for medical advice. And, as always, exercise caution and responsibility when consuming alcohol and/or cannabis products. Now, let's get into the weeds.
All right. Who do we have here?
Hey, Mo.
Hey,
Today We've got
girl.
a special guest. It is my wonderful sister-in-law, Melanie. Melanie, do you want to say a few words? Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Melanie. I've known Emily for like ever.
Stop.
it feels
No. Don't put the real number out there.
See how it feels? She stayed trying to do that to me, but I don't care anymore.
I feel like forever. And I'm really excited to be here because I'm really excited to talk about CBD and weed. Like, to be completely honest, and
Yes, y'all, we're talking about.
all types of like cannabis things. So yeah.
Okay, so this is all like CBD. I hear it thrown around all the time. I have no idea what it is though.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's like THC is with a psychoactive. CBD does not have a psychoactive, but what are the C's and what are the B's and what are the D's?
Cannabidiol is what's for CBD. That's literally what it stands for.
Mm-hmm.
For THC is tetrahydrocannabinol. Very difficult to say.
And so we have that in our body, right? We already have this stuff, cannabis.
Well, we already have an endocannabinoid system. Everybody. I have one. You have one. We all have an endocannabinoid system.
We all have a system.
We all totally do. And so if like we're consuming CBD, it's like lock and key. So we have like these little receptors and then we consume it and then like the CBD comes and it just like gives you this euphoric effect.
Yes.
And so, yeah, it just makes you feel good. And it's not in a way where you are high, not without that THC. So if we're getting into CBD, there is specifically like a CBD plant, a CBD plant, not without particular THC. So,
so it's not extracted.
They take it and then they put it. Yeah, exactly. It's usually grown with at least 0.3%.
Can I stop?
Yeah,
Can we rewind?
Sorry.
Take some notes.
Can you share with us how you've come to get this knowledge?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes, tell us what's up. Tell us.
You know, this is a journey, and this is a journey as a mom was very difficult to tell a few years ago. As of today, it's like almost exciting to be able to share this information. But years ago, in the middle of the night, mind you, I also wait a lot of information about me. Sleep with earplugs. And through my earplugs, I could hear this constant noise. I was like, what is that? Take my earplugs out and I realized it's my son grinding his teeth. So I was like,
that loud.
Wow.
I thought it was going to be a ghost or something.
No. Oh, boo. No ghost. And so he's grinding his teeth and I'm like, why is he doing that, this kid? And so I would give him Adderall every single morning right before school, and not knowing that was one side effect, was already him grinding his teeth. And eventually that had led to him twitching his eyes and shaking his head extremely fast.
No.
And when he would talk to you, I'd look at him, he'd blink really hard and shake his head, and baby, what's wrong with you? And nothing. I'm like, do you have a headache? Or he didn't even realize he was doing it.
Ooh,
And
that's
so-
like maybe neurological or something.
And so I took him to his doctor, and she said the good thing is that he's not losing weight. And so as a parent, it's like, okay, great, we're doing exactly what we need to be doing. You know what? But let's just switch him from this medication to this medication. We did. And then it started getting a little bit worse, where he was now asking, like, it was Saturday, and I was very particular about giving him his medicine already to begin with, but he started asking me for his pills. And so I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like I'm legit his supplier, and I have a druggie. And when I go and ask the doctor, it's like, I was caught in this in between. At school, he was doing fantastic when he was on it, but he just wasn't himself, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so,
Like a pod.
Yeah, exactly. And so my husband and I were watching this documentary, which literally changed my life. It was that Sanjay Gupta's We documentary.
Ooh, I never heard of this.
It was about
Taking notes.
Children who had seizures, severe seizures, and how the CBD helped them. And so then I started doing research on how CBD can help my son. And at that time, it was illegal. Like, I mean,
CBD? Oh wow.
Yeah. At that time, you had to. My husband and
Medical.
I had to go and get our special license, and I was so nervous. I remember getting the CBD in a little brown bag, and it was like, whoosh, do the neighbors see it? It's the truth. And so, like, I came inside, and like we go. My husband and I come in the bedroom, and I'm like, okay, before we give it to our son, you take it. Because I'll be trying to give me this shit first. No, you take it. I'm going to see what happens to you first.
That's my people.
And so he takes it, and like, I'm like 45 minutes later, I'm like, what do you feel? Are you okay? Is everything good? And he's like, I'm fine. I don't feel anything. And so I called him into the living room, and it was a very scary moment for him and I. And I told him that I have something for you. I'm going to have you play Xbox, and this is breath spray. I didn't tell him exactly what it was. And I gave it to him.
You told him his breath stink.
Dude, you need this breath spray, kid. My gosh. And so I gave it to him, and he's playing Xbox, and mind me, he would shake his head and blink really fast, very often, and within 45 minutes. And I'm telling you this because it's just not a miracle, but it slowed down. And then it ended up taking like the full 3 months for it to like really, really go away.
Oh, wow.
And that was just consistently giving him CBD and not giving him his prescribed medicine. And
What
it was
kind
so
of CBD?
funny because what I remember, he ended up winning the science fair that year
Aww.
out of his entire class. And his teacher was just like, this is amazing. You can really see a difference. And it's like, I was so embarrassed. It's just like, but it's not the medicine. It's this. And that's when that's when it changed my life. So, yeah.
Wow.
So let's talk about weed. No, just kidding.
I know. Well, hey, I'm ready to talk about weed too. Because
Well, the
that's when I
CBD, before we get started on weed,
Sure.
I wanted to ask about the CBD.
Yeah.
Because there are different strains and things like that. What strain, do you remember what strain that you gave your,
She's like, please tell me what I should be taking.
Yeah, I'm sick of this twitching,
Yeah,
goddammit.
I was because you know what? I actually did the research for you, and I created my own. I
Yes.
came out with my own CBD brand, but it was more important to me to know exactly what I personally was taking every single day, but what dogs take, what my
Your
kids
dogs?
take. My dogs, absolutely, my dogs.
My cats.
Wow, those
Yeah.
fireworks go off. Those fireworks go
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Instead of them, like gnawing at their paws or like all that anxiety. No, you give them CBD and they're super calm. It's incredible.
That's why I asked, because the cats, like my cats, like I'll give them some and it's like they had nothing. Or I'll give them some and then they'll be passed out. And so I'm like, okay, how do I know? Like, what is it?
Well, that's something important that Melanie's talked to me about is like, just like you've got different, alcohol percentages or whatever in your drinks, like there's different types and different like concentrations or whatever for CBD and also for like THC and stuff. So that's important.
Absolutely. You want to make sure one thing that you're when you're like looking into CBD is, are they third party tested? Are they lab tested, and are they third party tested? Because what if they're sprayed with pesticides and then you're ingesting that? And then you have no idea because you don't have those lab tests. Fortunately for my brand, which is Organically, we do not only lab tests, we do third-party lab tests, and every single bottle on there comes with a QR code so you can see those lab tests for yourself and see exactly what those results are, and that it is negative for pesticides and everything, like and metals. So yeah, it's really important to me to know what's going into my body is completely organic. And not just that, I went the extra mile to make sure that it's USDA certified organic, and that is on the label as well. So very, very important. I know, I'm so excited because it's very.
So this sounds like this has been a while. Like you said, it was before CBD was even legalized. So you've been doing this for some time.
I've been doing the research for some time, that I will say, because I am a hard, Emily was talking about, let's talk about the weed. I had to start somewhere, and I truly was never a marijuana, like, I was more of a drinker, like back in the day. Like I wouldn't really be with the tokers too much, but hey, the tokers are cool and all, but once I really started to get in depth in it, but a couple of years ago, I had a scare where I thought I had breast cancer, and they ended up removing a lymph node under my underarm, and they cut through my muscle and my nerves. And so during my healing process, the doctor had prescribed me Norco, and I'm in so much pain because when they cut through your nerves, you're getting these like zings. Your nerve endings are trying to come back, and it's these little zaps that are coming through. And I take a Norco, and I am higher than a motherfucker. But I'm high, but I'm not high in a good way. Because my son now comes to me, and he goes, "Mommy, can you please make me a sandwich?" And I realize,
and you can't.
I can't. And I look at the time, and I can't. And so I end up calling my mom, and I'm crying, and my mom brings me an edible about 45 minutes later.
Yeah.
And
wow, Mom.
Go, Mama.
She said, don't take this. Take this. And I'm like, shut up. First of all, you're down. Second of all, I take this, and 45 minutes later, I'm like, wait, I have no pain, and I can move, I can function. I can hold a conversation, I can take care of myself, and then I can take care of my kids. But something that the doctor prescribed me makes me feel this way. But something that was grown from the earth makes me feel this way. Yeah. And that's when, like, I really, really started to think, like, this is fucked up. Like, this whole system, I feel like, is completely fucked up. When I ask for help, like, you give my kid more medicine. And it's like, wait. Yeah, exactly. So education to me is very, very important. And if you go to my website, which is organically.com.
Can you spell that?
Of course. And it's actually for organic cannabis or canopy.
So cool.
We'll put a link in the episode description too.
So ORCANNICALLY. And it's like, you want to live organically, like be your organic self. Like, my family does TikToks, and a lot of people are like, oh my God, I wish I could do that. And I'm like, why wish, boo? Like,
do.
Thank you.
I like that. Why wish, boo? Do.
Yes.
Write that down.
Done. Trademark.
And it's like, I'm like, be yourself. Why can't you be your true organic self, and people just love you for who the fuck you are? And what happened to that? Like,
was that COVID? Like, I feel like how is everyone on this same wavelength right now?
People get lifted, like their minds open when they open up to cannabis. Like, there's something about it that makes you
right,
you know,
right. It just, of course, it's like, relax your mind, let your body be free. But
but I wasn't even talking about that. Just like people just doing their thing, like doing you, like.
Absolutely.
I've seen a lot of it. I don't know if it's you're way younger.
Well, you have a story.
Yeah.
Melanie, you have a story about coming through the last year or whatever, and the life changes you've made. I mean, COVID has made people do what they want to do.
I actually
live their life.
Stepped away from my dream job.
Dream job. Wow. What was that?
To be completely honest, I was the operations manager for multiple medical spas.
Oh, wow.
I am a licensed esthetician, which is skincare is very important to me.
CBD skincare.
Girl.
She already on it. Did you just dab? Wait, what?
I dab.
That's how you know you got teenagers. You know you got teenage boys.
CBD is amazing antioxidant for the skin, but I can get into that later on. But I walked away from that. And honestly, after I did it, I cried for 2 weeks. It was the hardest thing I ever had to freaking do. And I didn't know why. I was just so sad. I'm fortunately very blessed for my husband to just be like, you know, do what you want to do what makes you happy. And in March, I landed in the ER and I had acute pancreatitis. And if you don't know what that is, you can Google it. It's fucking terrible and it's extremely painful. And during I'm at home now and I'm prescribed Norco, which
again.
So of course
again.
So I ordered delivery, and you know you're supposed to like take like a piece of the brownie. Well, I took a lot more than a piece. So I'm in a different dimension. And when I am in this dimension, I'm trying to explain it in the nicest way. When I'm in this dimension, I literally had an epiphany of, what do I want to do? Like what would be my dream? And it's like, I don't even know how to describe it, but I just came out just thinking, I cater to people all day long about skincare, and I preach to you about everything exterior, but I never talk about interior because I can't. Well, one, because it's not my business. Two, just be like, hey, you know, like try CBD. I would to my friends and family, but I started thinking about if I could just do it freely, and if I could just do it for myself, but how could I combine relaxation and elevation and education? And that's how I came up with Organically, to be your true, okay, hold on, time out. This is hilarious. I legit have a vibrating bed, and it's like, it just turned on.
Girl! I thought she was going to say something else!
What you got?
Stop. Okay, hold on.
Okay, okay. I don't need to know
what y'all be doing. No wonder y'all got you got some nephews.
I'm dead, not even.
Step on my eyes.
Body rocking, knocking the boots.
Okay, I'm dead. Okay, but my brand is just figuring out how you can be your true organic self, and lo and behold, I've always been so scared. I don't know why, just to like tell people, hey, your girl gets down on weed. Like, I don't know why. And we can freely talk about, let's have a glass of wine. Let's, you know, let's unwind. I can say, hey girl, let's meet up at the bar tonight. Shots on me. And nobody would bat an eye. Mm-hmm. But if I looked at you and I was like, after work, my place, fat ass bull. People would be like, well, you're instant stoner. Stoner person. Like,
is that lobbying?
I'm sorry?
Is that because of lobbyist?
I have no idea. I feel like it's such a stigma because of maybe just us being kids and Dare and like...
Yeah, Dare.
Dare messed us up.
Oh man, Glenn Bias. Whew.
But you know what's so funny to me is the ones who drink all the freaking wine and like to judge me for smoking weed are really quick to snort a lot of other things.
Ooh.
So everything I do is just natural. I'm just saying.
Oh, I ain't never snorted nothing. I'm gonna put that out there.
Never.
That goes in my nose.
Nothing.
Never.
That's scary.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I saw the Lynn Bias thing. That Dare works, y'all.
Yeah, I ain't trying to go out.
Ooh, no. I'm like, I try to have my heart explode.
Nope.
No, but your girl will do a puff pass, no problem. Or if I'm cramping, I can rub some salve on me that has CBD in it. Or you can take a CBD bath if my whole body aches, or if you're having back pain. So there's so many options that people just don't understand.
I don't. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, how are we going through the bath? Like,
when they think about marijuana, they think about 420 stoner,
bongs and blunts,
black lights, and it's not about that. It's about figuring out how you can have your ultimate relaxation, just like any other mom that drinks a glass of wine.
I love it.
I think what the issue is too, one of the big issues with the stigma is that it was illegal for so long, and the only people who were open about it were the stoners, right? And now that it's legal, it needs to be rebranded. I mean, like what you're doing, or what, trying to make it more mainstream. I mean, there's many, many, many people, almost everybody I know participates in this activity. This is not a new thing. Old, young, whatever. Moms, dads, grandparents, you know.
Hey, Callie poppin'.
Yeah, well, and it's just like, can we cut the shit? Can we cut the BS and be like, can we just be real? Like, I mean, because you'll go to a
is that a gaslighting?
Sort of. You'll go to a kid's birthday party and all the adults are drinking beer, wine, whatever. But should I pop in? Yeah, should I take an edible? It'd be like, what is she doing? You know, like it would be. Yeah.
It's
whereas
and meanwhile they on all kind of pills and shit. They on every got big pharma and shit, shaking and shit.
Yes. It's kind of
it's a mind fuck. It's just
it all comes down, in my opinion, to money. Because of my website, I sell CBD. I'm instantly charged a higher rate than anybody else that sells anything else. It's just
to host the website.
For my transactions.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because I'm selling CBD and I'm at a bigger risk. I assume. I have no idea. I also had to prove that I was third party, or lab tested and third party lab tested, which is perfectly fine for me, which makes me feel a little bit better considering the fact that the people who are kind of doing legitimate, like online, people are certifying them to make sure that they're certified. But personally, I wouldn't go to Amazon.com and just type in CBD oil.
Nothing really comes up when you do.
Dang, I already did. You get hemp, not CBD, hemp oil. Yes. Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah. These cats.
Well, because the CBD,
again, you want to ask those important questions.
Is CBD's legal, right?
Yes.
Federally?
Yes.
Yeah. Federally.
As long as
internationally too.
As long as it is less than 0.3%. Anything
THC?
above, exactly. Anything above that, I can't. And so there are different types of CBD. You have your isolate, you have your broad spectrum, and then you have your full spectrum. All this information, I mean, I really can get deep. It's all on my website, on like my FAQ, so you can get really deep on that. But there's a lot more on to CBD oil and THC. With THC, think of like, okay, when you go grocery shopping, like there's Roma tomatoes, there's cherry tomatoes, right? And then there's different types of tomatoes. Those
fried green tomatoes,
heirloom tomatoes.
Those are all
beef
different
steak
strains.
Tomatoes.
Dang, I got some orange ones.
You name it.
I wasn't ready.
Oh my gosh. But there's so many, and then that's the same thing for weed. There's just so many different types of strains and different. If you want a mood to get you, there's a strain called like Wonder Woman that's known to like make you, in the bedroom.
Oh shit! That Spanish fly.
That's married to my brother.
So I mean,
you finna be auntie again?
You're trying to
no more babies.
If you're trying to clean the house, there's like sour diesel, there's Gorilla Glue. There's so many different options for you that I feel like people just don't need. I've personally been prescribed numerous medications, especially for anxiety. And instead of in the parking lot before work, I wasn't about that life. Like I have to still go and make sure I like manage.
Yeah.
So one thing I needed to do, it was just like in my beauty routine. I did all my beauty routine, and as soon as I was done with my sunscreen, I took a vial of CBD, and it was just a part of what I did, and it really helped me focus and just really be my best self throughout the day. And I could honestly tell when I didn't take it, I was like, I didn't take my CBD. I felt very anxious. It's almost like I didn't take my medication, like an Ativan to me. And then if I wanted to unwind just like any other woman with a glass of wine in the bathtub at night, instead mine was a panpipe.
And that's fewer calories too.
Thank you. Right?
Right? May or may not get munchies afterwards, but
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, you can like infuse drinks and stuff with CBD and things like that.
Absolutely.
So that's what like you can have instead of an alcoholic drink, maybe a CBD drink with some seltzer and some kind of flavoring fruit or something.
Mo's all about making the drinks. You
Oh my
always have
gosh,
these
I'm doing
drinks.
dry July, so I need some ideas.
Oh,
Can't be all the way dry in this world.
my favorite. I shouldn't have too much coffee, but CBD coffee. If you just take a vial of CBD, put it in your coffee.
That's the plan.
Hey.
CBD coffee. I also have if you need like more energy for like the morning, the one that I used to take in the morning to get me going for work. And then there's also a PM tincture that's there. So if you're wanting to just completely relax.
And you ship internationally?
I do not.
Oh.
I do not. So
Nationally?
yes.
Yes, that's all I care about.
Just local delivery. I walk places.
So do you have a farm? Like, how does this work?
I do not. I've partnered with a farm that is in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yes, Colorado.
I mean, I need to go check it out. And just
Colorado must be like a sacral chakra or one of those kind of places like Peru or something.
I love
because the energy, just a vibrant energy.
To me, because they have right now
altitude.
a cannabis spa. So if I could do like a soak and toke and like cannabis
they have a
spa.
cannabis spa there.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
I mean, because weed's legal here, but going there was a whole nother experience. Like it's just so much part of the culture, you know. So it was really cool. Like everybody was knowledgeable about it. Everybody was chill. It wasn't like because I went to Vegas not too long ago and it's legal there, and people were acting a damn fool. You know what I mean? It was just like what you would
They're
imagine.
They're probably on opioids or something.
I mean, they were just out. The whole strip smelled like weed, you know? But when you were in Denver, I didn't smell it, really. You know what I mean? Like, it's part of the culture, but it's not like, hey, we're here getting high, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
That's fun to do. Just, like, it's fun to maybe, like, party. But every once in a while, every now and again, I just want to be me and I want to just chill. I just want to
well, we're grown folk.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got time.
Grown and sexy.
Time for that.
I'm the grown and sexy.
Again. So that's,
Grown and sexy.
that's why you could soak and toke. And it's nice to just be in the bathtub and just literally soak and unwind and toke. And there's nothing wrong with that.
You should collaborate. They do, I've seen the yoga classes. They do the yoga.
Eye yoga?
Yeah. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. Third eye yoga? I don't know. But it's like yoga they do.
Ooh.
Melanie, we've been talking about, like our dreams, right? Making our dreams happen. And I'm
loving to see this
yoga certification, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was just talking to Sean the other day about like, man, Colorado, you could buy a plot of land, like 6, 7, 8, 10, whatever acres for like $6,000, right? And it's probably unincorporated, probably doesn't have, but just to have like a retreat, like a yoga, meditation, holistic retreat. And it's so funny because, we have a friend who's a masseuse who like is into that. We have all, and it's just like, dang, let's just make it a compound. People can drop in and do what they do and, do all that kind of stuff. Oh, I would love to live there.
Yeah, I'm coming in. I could wake up and
high yoga.
Yeah, if I were booed up, I would live there. But it's like, dang,
booed up. Come
I really wouldn't meet anyone. Oh, dang, I ain't trying to be your wench.
Who said wench?
He said, "Come join us."
Come join us. Yeah, I don't know.
So with THC, we haven't gotten there yet. This is just so exciting. Like, I'm mesmerized. Like, first of all, I love to see people doing their own thing and living their. I know it sounds so cliche, but it's true. Living their truth, like being aligned, and it looks like you're in that flow state that that we all dream of.
I honestly quitting my dream job, and I worked for amazing people. I really did. Yeah, it was the hardest thing. It was the hardest thing because it's your security. It's also everything that I worked up, to do. I started off just as an esthetician doing facials, and then
not just.
Well, yeah. in my opinion. Worked
We
my
love
way
you,
up.
estheticians.
Worked my way up.
Yeah.
It was hard to work my way up.
Yeah, you did
A
that.
long
though.
time, many years. To be able to just walk away from that and just say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And have the support of my family, because that's important. I'm a mom. I have 2 kids. I have to explain that, mommy sells bombs. Like,
Beautiful ones. Talk about it, girl.
Yeah.
Beautiful ones. They're not just the typical bong.
I want you to go to my website. I don't have one that's nearby.
Okay.
They're beautiful.
That aspect, but
Go on that website, y'all.
I felt as though when I was in the bathtub, I wanted to feel very feminine. And when I walked into the dispensary, still as today, I don't feel very feminine. It's very masculine there.
Very phallic looking things.
I was an operations
Damn,
manager.
phallic.
Yeah, look like big old.
Oh,
okay.
I was an operations manager.
With lips.
And we specialize in with lips.
I don't know where she's going with that.
Oh man. We specialize in customer service and the aesthetic of everything, and it just is not there within the dispensary. And they have just basic bonds there, and I'm like, no, I don't want that. I'm still very girly. I am a mom of 2 boys, and so I'm around a lot of testosterone, and I still love my estrogen. Like, I need it in my life. And I found a amazing company, which is My Bud Base, woman owned, based in Canada, and I sell their product on my website. So they make the most stunning bongs that you've ever seen that are not bongs. They're vases. They almost look, you could just turn that bad boy around and nobody would know. They're just stunning.
It's like a flower.
Wait, is this like the lipstick of bongs?
Girl, you talk about vibrators.
Yes,
Oh my
girl.
God.
You know the lip candy. Come on, candy coated dogs.
These are the nice
Bedroom candy lipstick.
These are the very, very, very elegant bongs. For you to pack your CBD or your THC. No judgment.
So can you smoke CBD?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's another woman-owned company who is Jane West. She has CBD flower. It's beautiful. Not just that, her CBD also has roses, because you can smoke roses as well. It's a nice whole floral. My
I
website.
love all these women-owned companies.
Right?
I love it.
They banking.
Yeah. Coming soon. My website is going to have pre-rolls that are rose petals. So you can smoke now out of a rose petal, and it just is a nice floral.
Oh, so it's
thing.
wrapped. It's wrapped in rose petals.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And it's all organic, because of
No
course.
more zigzags, y'all.
No. Get rid of those. You step up your game. Oh my gosh. There we go.
Yes, Mo just put the website up. Okay.
Ooh, I love it. I already feel good.
Beautiful.
I don't need to buy it. I already feel good looking at the site.
I got the tincture coming up soon.
Ooh, let's see here.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all know
actually,
how
there
it
you
goes.
go.
Yeah, look at these
Yeah.
bongs.
See?
Oh, wow. Looks like
Yeah,
a flower vase. Yeah,
yeah.
like some drink. Oh,
Or
wow.
that first one looks like a decanter.
Perfume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfume bottle.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
It's for
Oh,
the
that's
ladies.
that's beautiful.
It's for the ladies.
Yeah,
The
you and OC, I feel like the OC ladies would eat this up.
And
Ooh.
so, yep, that's my website. I'm glad that you pulled it up. Thank you so much for that.
Okay, so the THC. Did we talk about that? Or did I forget?
Speaking of, I'm just kidding.
Okay, we can talk about, there's different types of strains. So,
We can talk about
talking about THC. I mean, I did. Oh, wait. right before. So I don't necessarily remember. No, but we did talk about briefly about the different types of strains, which is the sativa, an indica, or a hybrid, which is a combination within the two. And typically within a sativa, that's the one that gives you a little bit more energy or gives you an energizing effect. Now keep in mind, if you are smoking cannabis, everybody is going to react differently, but this strain is known for that. So if you're trying to clean a house, you probably want to get down on a sativa. And then there's also an indica, which a lot of people say, like a short term, is like if you want to like be in the couch, indica,
yeah.
Indica. And so this particular strain is something that you're wanting to just relax and go to sleep at night and just chill. It's going to be a very like body high, and it's just going to make you chill. And then you have the hybrid, and depending on the hybrid, which one's heavier, like more dominant, like sativa heavy or indica heavy, you could react differently. And so there's so many amazing strains that you can try. And personal favorite of mine is honestly Gorilla Glue or wedding cake. And that's because if I take that, my anxiety is literally instantly gone. I do have pancreatitis, and so sometimes I just have stomach pains, and I have zero pain instead of having to take my nausea medicine. I'm prescribed nausea medication every single morning. Every single morning, it's like I'm pregnant. I feel like I have to throw up, and it's a terrible feeling. Because if you can think about being pregnant and having morning sickness, I go through it every single morning, and it just sucks. Instead, if I go and if I smoke a little bit, I instantly have no pain, I have no nausea, and not just that, I'm able to really focus. And now that I have my own business and I'm at home, I'm able to do that as opposed to just taking my CBD. But that CBD can only go so far. Sometimes you need that THC to really, really help.
Oh, dang.
So yeah.
Dang.
So, do you, like, are you able to, like, is this something you need to take every day? Like, can you explain that part? Like,
personally, it's a choice. Not necessarily a choice. I'm supposed to take medication, but I choose to take THC every single day. Mm-hmm. Now, if I am in a position where I'm leaving my home and driving, I am very responsible. I will not. I will absolutely rather take my CBD because it has, especially my CBD has no THC at all in it. And so I will just take my CBD if I'm going out. But I'm talking about if I'm trying to mask my pain, I am home, or am I trying to relax? That is here. So if somebody's listening to this, please just be responsible if you are going to consume. It's just like alcohol. I would never consume and drive or put myself in danger or anybody else around me in danger.
Oh, definitely.
We'll put a warning on the beginning of this episode.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you talk about it. I'm talking about it. I'm like, yeah, girl, I dab and all this. But honestly, I do it responsibly. And so I know what I'm doing, and I know what I'm taking, and I know what I'm smoking, if I'm smoking, what edible I'm taking. So those things are important. It's just really, it's understanding you and how to self-medicate your own body. Because what I take may be different than what you can take. So it's just understanding how to truly self-medicate. And that's why first it was legal with a doctor's prescription. It was people that were needing it medically. Because it's proven to help with things medically. It's proven to help a lot of things, but.
I wonder when they're going to embrace it. Because there's a lot of, I know a lot of people who, you'd be hard pressed to find people who are not prescribed some sort of medication. And people are so trusting and willing to take whatever it is the doctor prescribes, like Norco or
why is
opioids or any oxy or any of that kind of stuff, which can prove to be very addicting, very dangerous, and has all these side effects. And then you end up getting prescriptions for the side effects. When this is now legal.
Because that's keeping the economy running, girl.
Right.
All about money.
Big pharma.
That's sick. That's disgusting. Yeah, what's going on with this opioid crisis? Is everybody still all laid out from opioids?
Laid out, you said.
It's
so
bad.
It's bad.
I'll send you some stuff. It's bad.
It's so sad the amount of parents on TikTok that I see. It is like, I'll be on a TikTok scroll and I'm bawling, crying because there's so many parents that are pleading with children not to take fentanyl because their child overdosed and died.
And just don't
fentanyl.
It's an opioid.
Like a pain med, right? Like
I believe so. I think it. And I'm over here talking about all this weed knowledge I know, and I don't really even know. But I'm pretty sure it's like a pain medicine. And I know that if you're prescribed it, you're supposed to take it off. The moment like you retake it, but it's so addicting. But the moment you retake it again, there's like a huge percentage chance that you're going to OD. And I think that's what Mac Miller died of was fentanyl. And then so you see a lot of fentanyl.
Yeah, but I don't think they're doing. A lot of them aren't doing it intentionally. One of the people I follow. Yeah, or one of the people I follow had a guest on their podcast, and she's well known as psychotherapist, I believe.
Yeah.
And her son had gotten laced, so he had ordered something else, like a Percocet. I mean, it still wasn't. He shouldn't have, it's like it was an accident.
You never know what you're gonna get.
You never know. But he had ordered a Percocet, and they had laced it. So they're saying that all the street drugs they're lacing with, I don't know if this is true, but that's what they were saying, is that they're lacing all of them with it. Because it's like the risk of dying is so strong if you get a certain percentage, but they're willing to take the risk because it's getting people hooked on stuff.
That's the fear. I feel like that's the fear, and that's why legalization is so important, is because you have no idea what you're getting. Like, imagine, us as kids, or, I don't know when everybody first experienced or has experienced or whatever. But I'm thinking back, like, I was 15 the first time, I smoked a joint. And it was the first, like, oh my God, what is this? No, I tried it. I tried it. Listen,
I was 18 years old. Oh my God.
I tried it, right? And then I didn't touch it again for almost 10 years. But
okay.
But I tried it, but who knew where it came from? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know where stuff comes from.
That, you know what? I'm a mom of two teenagers. I have a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old. And a couple months ago when I had my epiphany, I left my job and I told my boys, like, this is what I'm going to do. I had to have a real conversation with my kids.
Yes.
And so I sat them down. But not just to set them down, and I know it's like a parent that talks to kids about drugs. This is a different type of conversation. It was like, let me explain to you what this drug really is. And what's funny is I had been giving my son CBD for some time, and he knew, but I really broke it down. I felt like he was at an age where I really broke it down, and I drew out the different types of plants right in front of him.
Wow.
And they're teenagers. They just looked at me and they're like, okay, so I take this one, and this one helps with pain. Well, okay. And I'm like, now if you have questions, if someone's offering you weed, because there's going to be a point, there really, really is going to be a point in your lifetime when someone's going to offer you something.
Always.
Now, please just understand not to take it, and there's a reason why. And I told him, you have no idea what it is laced with. You have no idea what it's grown from.
Crack! Like, it could be anything.
And I'm going, if you really have those questions, there's a reason why I know about this. You come to me if you're interested, but you cannot be under 21. I explained to him the development of the brain, too, actually.
Dang.
I feel like that's very important.
Can we start this commune?
Right?
That's very important for a kid to know, because, you're going to want to try it at 16, but no, sweetheart. Let's wait. So this is exactly why I want to educate. And instead of a parent shying away from something that's so maybe taboo, get fucking in their face with.
Thank you.
I'm here for honesty with the kids.
Talk to them. Be real with them. Like, don't have that awkward conversation. We're talking about weed, but this goes for anything. I'm talking about sex.
Let's talk about sex.
Definitely. I want you to tell me, I want us to have open communication. Of course, you're going to make mistakes.
Yes.
This is
I
not weed.
was like, dang.
Sandalwood.
Okay. I love talking to other parents, like current parents, because I feel like a lot of us grew up and we're having, epiphanies or awakenings of some sort where we realize what we didn't have as children: open communication with our parents, being able to approach an adult without shame or being punished or chastised for general curiosity, like curiosity.
Absolutely.
And so I know for me, my children are still, 7, 4, 3. They're very little. But with my 7-year-old, I mean, the communication is open. Anything to do with your body, you come to me. I mean, I had my period, and I didn't tell anybody for 3 days because I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is natural. There's no shame in it.
No shame.
There's no shame in
shame. Is control. It's used to control you.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of shame. Growing up, there was a lot of shame. And I don't ever want my daughter to feel shame about something that's so natural. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And so same with, so like sex, obviously I have a desire for my children to abstain and to be safe and whatever, but we're going to talk about it, and if this is something, because you know what, if somebody wants to do something, they're going to do it. So come to me and let me help you do it properly.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be shy. Don't, like, I love you unconditionally. Like,
unconditionally. There's nothing you can say.
Exactly, nothing. And it's like,
so my job is to
sure
prepare you.
Believe it. Yeah.
Right? Just like Melanie talking to her boys, like, that's our job, is to prepare you. As much as possible, because you're going to make choices. Yeah.
But
that's what they don't want.
It's a good enough job as a mom that you prepare them as much as possible. But in order to do that, you've got to have that communication with your children. You've got to be in their face. My kid's 15, but I still lay down.
15 is grown, pretty much.
I get into bed. I get under the covers and I'm like, dude, what's going on? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Who are you talking? Like, I'm in his business, and it's not because I'm like super like nosy in that aspect. It's just because I need him to know that he can come to me, that I care, that I care about his
especially
day.
At that age.
Yes.
Because there's a lot changing and going on at that age.
I mean,
it's an important time.
How many times can you, as a teenager, recall? And I mean, personally, I cannot. But the time, like when my mom came into the room, I'm like, "Hey, sweetheart, tell me about all of your feelings, or how was your day?" And like, full on break it down. And like, I'm like, "Wait, what?
Come into my room, please."
I'm like, "Does this happen?"
No feelings talk.
Like, who does this happen in movies? But it should. Right. But it should happen, and you should be up in there, and you should be asking them how's their day. And it shouldn't stop at a particular age. I feel that just education and that communication really takes you a long way.
Amen.
So I'm trying to find other Canamons, like
You should form a community.
Yes, a community. People really want community, and I think that's something people need, because a lot of them are alcoholics. Like, there's the thing about the moms with the coffee cups and the wine in it, and opioids, or, whatever they're on, like, so it's like, why not that? Something that's natural that they're able to do and still fuck. So how does that work? Because you mentioned earlier, about the warnings and everything. Right. Since it's legal, I'm guessing obviously parents are going to take it. Like, how does it work? Because I feel like, is that considered illegal by the state if you're like raising kids?
I don't believe so. I truly do not believe so, but that's a good question to probably look up. Yeah. And even if funny how somebody can, like, a dad can sit on the couch, no problem, and pop a beer every single night in front of his kids while watching TV.
Right.
That, like, I go in my, like, camper and, like, soak a bit. My kids don't even see me, honestly. But
in a world where they can see you and be like, that's completely, like, I want to look at more tribal stuff. Like, I feel like this is natural, like, everywhere, like, every continent that has some kind of, like, indigenous group of people that are doing this, they're still here. Like, we're
sure. There's a lot of people that do. There's a lot of grandmothers that do. There's a lot of people that are probably checking you out at the grocery store and sorted it up to pass their drug test. Like, there's a lot of things that you can do, but there's a lot of people that smoke, and it's just so unfortunate that we have to be incognito about it, because I feel like it really shouldn't be that way. And regardless, if people were to judge me about it, the most freeing thing as a person can literally just be able to look at someone and say, I can give two shits about what you think.
Exactly. It's so liberating.
I am
Lord, I love it.
I love it.
I am complete with who I am as a person, and whatever you do is not going to affect me, and vice versa. So you judge me all you like, but at the end of the day, I go to bed with a smile on my face.
Right. So. I'm looking at my movie. You're looking at your movie.
There you
go.
That's
the way it is.
I love
Exactly.
it. I love it.
So yes, that's I feel like that's me, and that's weed, and that's organically, and that's
I love it.
my vision in my business and how I started and how I stemmed and where I feel like it should go, meaning marijuana. Like, oh my Lord.
Where's that from?
Oh my
Huntington Beach.
How long ago was that?
Oh my
Ooh, you really want to know?
I'm dead.
Really wanna know?
I have not seen this photo in who knows. I met Lewis when I was 18 years old.
Aww.
Yeah.
Were you 18 in this picture? Like, you look young.
I probably was.
Aww.
I probably was. Oh my gosh, he had hair.
Baby.
Ah, you said he had hair.
Oh, Dan, you calling your husband out like that? Let me take this
he's
out.
bald. You know what? I laugh at him. I was like, you know, babe, when I met you, you like had one chest hair, and now what the fuck is this? Okay.
His whole back and stuff.
I was like, no one asked for this sweater. Okay, no, I'm just...
Oh my gosh. That's so cute. Are you putting it back up?
That's
There's another one.
Oh my God.
Look at that little baby. You don't even look 18.
I literally think this is a day that like we were trying to break a piece of wood in like Lewis ended up breaking his back on something. It was the funniest thing. Oh my gosh.
This was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's almost time for another round.
Get it, girl.
No, I'm about to go take a bath in a minute with some bath salts.
Enjoy. Thank you so much. I'm gonna put my order in.
Get on that, girl.
Thank you guys so much.
You were talking about CBD. You were talking about looking for some CBD drops or whatever. So.
Oh yeah.
There you
So
go.
I'll trust that anything on your thing is good for me or my cats.
Absolutely. 100%. And I say that in complete confidence because I do it every single day. So yeah, you'll be straight.
Nice. Well, thanks, Melody. This has been
thank
great.
you.
Learned a lot.
Oh, well, it was so nice meeting you. And if you have any other questions, hopefully it's answered on my FAQ page. And
Yeah,
right.
So her website is organically.com.
We met in 2000 and whatever that is.
That's a long time ago. That's another lifetime ago. Okay.
It really was.
Well.
Bye.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Nice
Thank
talking to
you.
Here, bye.
Bye.